Welcome to the video, welcome back to the channel. We are doing something today I haven't done in a long time. Let me get the truck crammed over in the neighbor's yard. I just pulled up to the job site. If you're thinking, Mike, you can't park in the neighbor's yard, it's okay, it's me. I'm the neighbor. We are back working for Dirt Perfect. So this is a new construction build. Dirt Perfect didn't do the build, another company did the build, but he did do the septic system. I think he's got a video coming on as well, but we've got some dirt work to do. I'm also gonna answer a question that people ask me from time to time of whether or not I miss doing excavation full-time, because I don't anymore. I used to work for Dirt Perfect full-time, then I started working for him part-time, and I quit working for him altogether and said, if you ever get in a pinch, give me a call. He gave me a call, so here we are. He's already trucked several loads of dirt in here. And what we're trying to do is feather. They had to do a mound system here. So we're taking this dirt and we're trying to feather that mound system into that so it doesn't stand out as much and everything just kind of blends together. Mike's already got this side done, which looks fantastic. So we're gonna hop on the dozer, get this busted out, see what we need. I think we're gonna have to truck in 5 more loads of dirt, which means we're gonna hop back in the truck, which I haven't driven a commercial vehicle in probably close to a year either. So it's gonna be a treat today. I'm excited. Beautiful day to do it too. Working brakes on. We got fuel. Hopefully this comes up. Oh yeah, we got some oil pressure. Well, that's good. That's really all we need. Answer, jumping right into it. Yes, absolutely. I definitely miss doing excavation full-time and even part-time. But the caveat is on today's like today, where the dirt is moving good, the moisture level is good, it's not too dusty, but it's not too wet, the machines are running. This is when I miss it, when everything's going good. The way that dirt smells, the sound of the tracks, the sound of the horsepower whenever you're pushing into a pile and you break through it, and just shaping something that you know is gonna be there for probably the rest of that structure's life. As long as this house is here, this yard's gonna look pretty similar. And we're the ones that shaped it. If you've never done it before, I don't really have a good way to describe it to you, but it's a pretty awesome feeling. But not every day is smooth. In fact, most of them, there's always some kind of breakdown and always something going on that you didn't expect. So we've got to take that driveway and push a bunch of that stone up and then build that driveway up with some fill dirt. While the concrete guys finish up and they're getting their stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and take the old Mack here, get a load of dirt and get back up there, and I bet they'll be out of the way by then. He said he pre-tripped it this morning. That's fine. Everything's fine. So we'll just see what we get here. Oh. No air, that's for sure. Oh, yes. All right, it's like a rental. You got to do your walk around. That's fine. Wouldn't worry about that. Tires look great. That's already there. Okay. Everything looks good though. Tires all good here. Heck yeah. Who put those tires on, huh? They did a good job, whoever it was. both our pins are intact. That's crucial. Listen, from a fella who lost a bed because a pin fell out, check them, you know? It really dampens your mood when the bed falls off the truck. Look at this guy just itching to get in here and ruin my day. Do one of those, and then, well, 3 will be fine, we're empty. Let's throw some fuel in it, because that gauge says we need it. Because we don't want any issues with the carburetor, Michael likes to run that ethanol-free gas in here. All right, let's see what he's got going on here. Looks like he's just cramming her in here. We can do that. Look at this bucket. He said he put a new bucket on this thing. Ooh. Climbing the Himalayas over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Better check the oil on this one. It's got it. That's good. Oh, what a treat. AC seems to be working fine. That's good. If any machine ever made me come back to excavating, it would be this machine right here. I just love this old girl. Why am I so far away? Why did I do this to myself? Oh. The right joystick has a new feel to it. Fella can tell he hasn't been in the seat for a while. That's for sure. We'll get her though. As far as the driving aspect of it goes, I don't really miss it all that much, to be honest. It's just kind of a, you do it because you have to part of the job. When I first got my CDL, Mike helped me get my CDL because he needed a driver. It wasn't something I was really interested in doing. I just wanted to help the fella out. I still have it, and I've kept it up to date because it's like $5 grand and a very significant amount of time to get it back instated. But I don't miss driving on the highway at all. Lawyers are just so fast to come after commercial drivers. Everybody is. Aside from a cyclist, you're the most hated person on the road, even though you're out there just trying to do a living. So I don't necessarily miss the truck driving part of it. This is one of the reasons I don't miss excavation. One, just running a dozer on gravel, every little stone feels like you're jumping a car. So whenever you're running it on a compacted driveway, it feels like you're jumping a whole lot of cars. It's like a monster jam. It's just not the most comfortable for a fella. The other thing is the fact that I'm doing what I'm doing here. The original contractor wants this road built up. Now, whenever they did this excavation initially, the excavation contractor, who is a different contractor than Dirt Perfect, still a good local contractor, does a great job. I heard the conversation, because again, this is like right next door to where I'm at, and I was over working in my garden, and I heard the conversation because I was shocked whenever I heard him say it. the initial contractor said, well, do you want me to take all this stuff that's coming out of the basement and build up where the road's going to be? That way it can get good and packed down throughout the construction process, and the road will be up to elevation it needs to be. And the general contractor said, no, I don't want to do that. I want you to throw it in a pile over here. And then they just started dumping stone load after stone load right on top of the topsoil and just packing it down every time. Well, now they want this thing built up of 2 or 3 feet, just whatever it can to help blend in. So what we're having to do is scrape all of this stone off that they put on, or as much as we can anyway, put it in a pile, truck some dirt in. We're gonna have to dump loads in it, track pack it in the best we can, and then try to roll this dirty stone back across it and build this driveway up. Now they're still gonna have to truck quite a bit more stone in to get everything cleaned up. Transmission is a little different than the transmission that's in his green Mack, and it has a feature on it that I absolutely love. I'll show you here in a second. But before we cram her back in here, I'm gonna take this and clean it up just a little bit so I can get back just a touch further so it's a little bit more comfortable. And I'm just noticing how undercut this bench is. So hopefully we don't do one of those maneuvers. I don't want to do that. So here's the cool thing about this transmission. This is a Mack transmission. It's a maxi torque. That's what it says on the label anyway. But to go to reverse, there's just a little switch on the side. All you do is come to the stop, push the clutch in, flip that down, and you're in reverse. Now the cool thing about that is, one, it's just relatively quick and easy. And two, we've got 8 road gears on this truck. That also means we've got 8 reverse gears. Oh. No, that's fine. We'll just come on down to that one. Sometimes we can't find them, and that's okay. But in theory, that means you got 8 reverse gears as well, and that's pretty wild. Clutch in, stop, switch down, that's reverse. Pretty easy. We'll just drive all the way to the back, and then try to slide over just a touch, pull all the way back out. I don't know where you guys are. Hopefully I don't go too far and hit you. Smash that down with some weight on it, and I'll add some more dirt. But with that being said, even when I'm doing something that I don't consider as ideal or as fun as just pushing some dirt around, I still love it. There's still a sense of pride in it. Doing something that people say, well, you can't get a truck in there, or you can't do that job in this weather, or it's too hot to work, or it's too cold to work. For whatever reason, there's just a twisted sense of pride of, well, I can do it. You might not be able to, but we'll get it done. And I like that. So even when it's not fun, I still love that part of the job, and I do miss that. So the big question here is, well, why don't I do it anymore? So last time I parked the dozer here, keeping my from parking up there while I was gone. And then I came back to trucks right behind me here. So this time we're gonna have to pull out and I guess park the dozer across the end of the driveway instead. We'll see how many trucks are in the way when we get back. It's not like it's a big deal to have somebody move the vehicles, but they sure act like it's a big deal. Oh my gosh. Let's be honest, weather isn't the only factor. It's not the only negative that we can have on job sites. There's other negatives. And I hate to be negative, but sometimes it's just a reality of the job site. So the slightly negative reason, I don't really like to talk about negative things, but this is the reality of it as far as that goes, of something that pushed me out of the field, is honestly working with other contractors.
there are some contractors that you just form a relationship with and you pretty much kind of become family. And you always get along with them, everything goes good. Even if things aren't going good, you figure out a way to make everything work out. And I do like that part of it, but there's also always contractors like today that just, I don't know, man. I don't get it. A fella tries not to take it personal because, you know, just as much as they're in my way, I'm in their way. Well, I try not to take it personal, but it can be hard sometimes. But even with that, it's still a good time, you know? You still got stories to tell people because it's still funny. It worked. Last load of the day, but first time someone hasn't been parked here and I got back. So, we got that going for us. This is all shaping out pretty decent. I went ahead and went and parked the truck. Next we're gonna hop in the Takeuchi, the old TL240. Try to pull that stone back that we piled up, and then we'll get back on the dozer and try to scrape up enough of that to at least get some stone on top to where they can drive back up there while they're working on it. Checked oil in this rig this morning and got her topped off with fuel. This is really shaping up really nice, and that gradual elevation looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. They're gonna need to put some more stone on top of this. Last little thing I gotta do, I was waiting for those guys to leave. I was able to get their extension cords out of the way because they had them running through the yard, so they're unplugged and out of the way. I got this last little pile. We're just gonna use the skid steer to bust that out. Then we're gonna put the power rake on and see if we can't get this all polished up. It's really shaping up good though. Use this pile in some of these low spots. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, just kind of has to fill in some holes. this is probably one of my favorite implements. It's called a Ruckus rake. It's just a powered pulverizer, very similar to the Harley rakes, except this one has tilt features, angle features. It's just super heavy duty. It's nice, okay? I love it. We're gonna use it. This thing is gonna look like a golf course when we're done. One real nice thing about this power rake and these septic systems is because it sticks out so far in front of the machine, I can get halfway across the mound with the rake without actually putting the weight of the machine over the pipes. And that's pretty handy. Now that shaped up pretty daggone good. Oh, I like that. He'll come back. They still got the trench over there for the electric. They got to fill in and some other odds and ends, so they'll do some more polishing up on that side another day. But this all shaped in good. And the driveway looks nice. So do I miss doing excavation? Yeah, I do. I love my new full-time career that I've been doing for, gosh, 8-9 years now, I guess. But I still miss doing the excavation part-time. Why did I leave? YouTube. Dirt Perfect was my fun money. He was my part-time job, and whenever YouTube revenue surpassed what Dirt Perfect was paying me, and he was paying me fairly well. You're telling me I can come up here and work on projects like a boat-shaped rental cabin? I can build my own dump truck from scratch. A little bit of a spoiler alert there, but I wanted to include it and keep you excited about the project. Build a stone bridge, cool retaining walls, an awesome forest road, and possibly a natural swimming pond with rockfall and waterfalls. I don't know what rockfall is, but waterfall is that I know. Make friends with this cool turtle fella. Teach myself how to rebuild a backhoe engine and do all the work that we've done to this machine so that I can operate it and do other cool projects like that on the homestead. Build a timber bridge? Are you kidding me? Look at this. You're just following me for every single one of these shots. Okay, we'll talk later. We'll talk later. Salvage a 1916's bell tower and build an awesome pond. So there you go. I basically quit excavation so I could do YouTube part-time. Who knows, maybe one day YouTube will be my full-time. I doubt it. I'd have to have close to 500,000 subscribers to make that even close to being feasible. But crazier things have happened. This is your reminder that I can do YouTube as my part-time job because of you guys. I wouldn't be here without you. I can't thank you enough for your support. I hope I'll get to see you on the next one. No idea what it's going to be.